All right, gonna do a quick video here on wrapping a 21-foot pontoon boat, kind of in line with the theme of this channel. I like to save money by doing things myself. It's about 600 bucks to get this wrapped by a marina, and for under 600 bucks, I can purchase all the equipment and supplies to do it myself for about 3 or 4 years. So here's everything I think you're gonna need to do this yourself. A ladder, a measuring tape to see how much wrap you need, stapler, utility knife. This is the most important, which is a strap tensioning tool. They're about 30 bucks on Amazon. You need a whole bunch of nylon strapping. I think it's nylon. You need some patch tape because you will for sure burn through a couple times, and you can just fill the holes with that. You need your buckles for the straps, a barbecue torch, a barbecue tank torch, or you can buy one of the fancy ones for like 700 or 800 bucks. This is the wrap, shrink wrap. It's 20 feet wide, and I can't remember how long I need it, but I'll find out just a little bit later. And some sort of post system to kind of make a teepee, which you will see momentarily. One quick tip for loading the boat for the last time of the year: just make sure you leave a space between this front rail and this bumper. That way you can just pop this winch strap off, and then the wrap can come right down in front of the bow of the boat without worrying about this getting in the way. Just get some sort of support system here spread out in the middle, kind of as equally as you can. And I like to turn the 2x4s kind of lengthwise like this to start. And there's going to be straps going up and down to each one, and that'll hold them straight. So if they're floppy, like these ones are all floppy around, don't worry about it for now. They'll be tight here in a moment. So here's a setup for one of these posts. Just find somewhere on your rails that you can tie each end of the strap to. Get your buckle in there. For these ones, you don't really need this strap tensioner. You can get these tight by hand. You're going to want to wrap this buckle with some of that shrink wrap tape just to make sure there's no sharp edges that are going to rip the shrink wrap. And then here's what I was saying about this post. You don't need to worry about it being too wobbly, because once there's tension on it from the strap, you can move it this way or that way until it's nice and plumb. And then you're going to want to take a staple and staple the top of this strap into this 2x4. That way it can no longer move this way or that way. And then finally, I just add some microfiber cloths to try to minimize any damage to the seat from it coming across there. So that's all three done. Now we're just going to do one long one lengthwise over top of all three. The long one running lengthwise is all on now. Here's what I do. Well, first of all, you've got to make a decision here. Some people wrap the whole thing and cover the motor so that, you know, the motor's protected, gas tank's protected. But what that does is it leaves a big hole, a big area in here that, you know, animals can climb up in, and it's not completely animal tight. But I like it because I'll be able to crawl up in there in case I've forgotten something, which I always seem to do. Or if you don't want to cover the motor, you can bring it down into here and the wrap will come in here, but the ladder's kind of in the way, so you have to take that off if you want to do it that way. Anyways, that's personal preference. So for me, I just tie a string here, put this little piece of tape here so this can't fall off to the side sometime in the winter. And she goes up across the top. And for this one, you definitely have to use this strap tensioner tool just because it's such a long distance. And then she's just tied in there. And then once you get it all tight, you're going to want to staple the tops of each one so it can't fall off to the side. So she's pretty tight. And that's that. Last thing I do, flip up all the seats just so they're not touching each other, and mold doesn't grow, and it kind of gives any critters you know, less of a cozy space to want to hide out. All right, next step is to figure out how much wrap you actually need. So I just clamp the end of a measuring tape there, and it's going to go up all the way across the top, and then I'll add 2 feet, so I have an extra foot on each end of the boat. 29 feet to there, I'm going to do 31 feet. There's my 31 feet. Now, before I unfold this, what I like to do is mark the center. And ideally, you're supposed to do this on a calm day. As you can see, it does not cooperate. Anyway, I like to mark the center on both sides, and the seam is right there in the center, so it's easy to do before you unfold it all. And the purpose of that is just when you are a one-man show and trying to pull this over top of the boat yourself, you know that if you line up these center marks kind of with the center of the outboard and the center of the bow, then you kind of know where it's going to line up. All right, so what you kind of saw me struggling with there is I've kind of lined up my my black center mark there, and I've clamped these on both sides. And like I said before, you try to do this on a calm day, but she's really windy out here, so the wind is blowing that way. So I'm starting at the back, and now I'm just going to grab this one end and work my way up and over and just pull it all the way to the front. Right, so that wasn't too bad. Obviously, ideally, you'd have two people to just, grab an end and walk it up and over while standing on the ground on each side. But I try to do most of the stuff I do by myself, and it worked out all right. So I just clamp it down for now. Just make sure the wind doesn't take her all off. And I'm going to cut off some of this excess, but not too much, because you need to run a strap all the way around the boat, and you need some excess for that. Now you can come along and cut off the excess below that strap, but you want to leave yourself about 12 inches all the way around. So for the corners, what you want to do is kind of try to fold over the excess, and that'll help you do a lot less shrinking. And then you just tape it with that seam tape. We're almost done here, so the next step is to get the torch going, pull this tight, warm it up and melt it, and then bring it over, and it'll stick to there. And you gotta do that all the way around. So now that that's melted all together all the way along the bottom, you kind of got your second last step here. And what you want to do is find where that strap is and poke a little hole above it. Toss that through, give it a tie. And then tuck that up underneath so you can go under the boat and grab it. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side to tie these all together. And then she's completely secure. So now it's time to shrink this baby up. And, I don't have any crazy words of wisdom here for you. Just, I'm sure there's a professional pattern and system, but I don't know it. But just be patient. When I first started doing this a couple years ago, I wanted to get it absolutely perfect, so there was no seams, nothing, but there's just no point to that, and you end up burning through when you try to do that. So you just need to get it tight. Doesn't really need to look pretty. And I'll just say, be very patient up top, because if you get any holes up there, it's almost impossible to tape them up because you just can't reach. And where the other thing I'm patient with is where the seats are, right in behind there. I almost don't even shrink wrap right there. There's never been an issue, but I just don't want to risk the chance of, I don't know, somehow burning the seats or something. All right, so holes are probably going to happen for sure. Usually happens on a corner or when there's something poking through. So just grab your seal tape. This is like special tape meant for this, so you got to make sure you order the right stuff and just cover the hole. I got another one here. Just do that. And so that's it. She's all done. Might not be pretty, but it'll do the trick. You know, there's other videos out there done by professional companies for sure, but I just wanted to show that this can be done by someone at home with very little skills.